be with you as well, BA. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Mark Williams out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Martin in at the 3. Count it. Good.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
Outside Dick. And he gets the bucket.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Williams a screen on quickly. Down low. The kick out to Ball. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Barrett. Here's Toronto with the ball. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. It just put too much pressure on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Now here's Barnes to the inside. Back to Barrett. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Ball. Quickly from outside. Nails it from 3.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Here's Quickly. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Quickly's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Ball. Coming off a 31-point game. Count the basket.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
Here's Dick. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game. Toronto making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Williams is checked in for Charlotte. It's Brown on the wing. No good with a jumper from the wing.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Pass to Williams. Now here's Ball to the paint. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Pirtle. Here's Barnes. Miller pulls it in. Charlotte trailing. Williams with it. Now guarded by Barrett. That puts him in the lead.
Yeah, LaMelo relishes every chance he gets to drop a dime like that.
And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Brown.
2 minutes left.
Ball against Quickly. And it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. Toronto, #1.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Clock at 6. Miller, and the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, BA. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet. Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone. Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Now here's Green. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Man, the pass to Williams. Miller outside. He's off on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Ryan?
Allie, thanks. On the wing, Green. Abaji with a rebound. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Mitchell, the pass to Olynyk. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Green finds Williams. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
For Williams, those inside points are critical. I mean, I think he's most effective when he's getting points everywhere.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul of the game.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Olynyk, and it's Olynyk with a jam.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Proud. Here's Mitchell. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's all tied in Toronto. Let's take a quick... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Green, Grant Williams out there with Nick Richard. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Green. Off the line for 2. The play will be reviewed under
Every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Free throw good. Green. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Now here's Mitchell. 11 points for him last game against Indiana. And the bucket is good. Olynyk's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Up top man, checked by Mitchell. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Abaji. An 11-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
A pest down low. Those 3 blocks really affected guys attacking the hoop.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
So it's the Hornets now after the basket by Toronto. And that one's good, man. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. In the middle of his 3rd year in the league, Clark, Trey Mann was traded out of OKC.
Yeah, that team was so deep, that Thunder team, B.A. It was hard for Mann to find playing time, and now he's got a chance to play more with the expanded minutes. He's shown you that he can get it done at both ends.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Olynyk. Back to Mitchell. Outside Dick from deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Man misses. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Brown. And stolen by Green. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Richard. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
They get it again. They shoot again. And it's laid up and in by Williams. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Toronto making a switch here. Boucher's checked in. And they stopped the action here. They're using their...
This play is under review.
Worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved. Sixth in assists, and they caused a lot of headaches with their on-ball defense. They cracked the top 10 in team steals. More than a few games changed because of their aggressive D.
And with that #1 rank in fast break points, this was a team that played with urgency. They used their speed every chance they got. They love to push it. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Toronto shooting their first free throw tonight. Raptors trail by 7. Quickly, left side. There's the steal. Outside man. Williams a screen on Barrett. Poke loose. Williams on the wing. Here's man. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. B.A.?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. And a change for the Hornets. Miles Bridges checked in for man. Out to the wing. Ball against Quickly. LaMelo on the attack. And Ball throws it down.
Hey, this mix of agility, instinct, athleticism, Ball able to drive right in for the big throwdown.
Quickly passes to Barnes. And here's Pirtle. Pass to Dick. Quickly from outside. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 7. Here's Miller. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Quickly passes to Barrett. From beyond the arc and then some. Barrett's got 5.
You gotta like the quick decision-making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Here's Barnes. He's scoreless. Pass to Barrett. Here's Dick. There's the triple. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Here's man. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 6.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Hornets out in front. They're up by 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, that's...
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the Raptors.
I've seen more stops than All-Star.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 5. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Dick, and it's Barrett in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Ball against Quickly. Pass to Williams. The kick out to Ball. With the drive. Some solid defense from Barrett.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative, and he's got a flash and a flair to his game, but he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash. He's a fun guy to watch hoop, that's for sure.
Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level. Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Ball outside. This one for 3. Yes, sir! Ball hits a triple.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Quickly with the ball. Martin picks him up. And stolen by Williams. Here's Miller. Rebound, Toronto. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Barrett finds Pirtle. Now here's Barnes. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple.
This team relies on Barnes to drill threes, just stretching out the floor.
Block. Side out.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ball. 9 points in the game. Puts up a deep 3.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Quickly outside. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. For the lead. Williams grabs the board.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Miller. And he can't get that one. For Toronto, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And it's Quickly with a miss. Charlotte has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Bridges passes to Ball. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too. His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Williams a screen on Quickly. Inside. It's stolen by Barnes. Barrett with it. Guarded now by Ball. Here's Dick. Finished off the break. And now a 3-point Raptor lead.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
For 3, Bridges drills it from deep.
No hesitation from Bridges there. He knows exactly when he should look to shoot it off the catch.
And the officials signaled the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
And one of the problems they had, stretching out the D. They didn't have the shooters. They were impatient. It's something they vowed to fix going forward.
Olenek's checked in for Toronto. Mitchell comes in for Quickly. Green's checked in for Charlotte. Mann comes in for Ball. Now here's Mann. He has 6 on the wing man. Uses the glass on the layup. Mann's got 8 points.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
And he lobs it up. Olenek passes to Barnes. And the layup is good off the glass. Barnes has got his 2nd bucket on the night. Charlotte's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. To the middle. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. Outside for Mitchell. Back to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Barnes has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Don't see that a ton from Barnes. I mean, he's showing he can really get rid of it.
Down low.
Miller going upstairs. He loves to make the crowd say, ooh, wee.
The Raptors have gone 6 for 9 in the half. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Mann. That's his first foul. Some changes for Toronto. Boucher's checked in for Pirtle. Abaji comes in for Barnes. And it's Brown in for Dick. Here's Abaji. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Toronto out in front. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. And it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for the Hornets. Grant Williams out there with Nick Richards. Then it's Green. Then there's Trey Mann. And it's Jeffries in at the 3. Well, with the Hornets, they're still seeking their first NBA title, Clark.
Yep, and you think about all the talent that's come through the Queen City, BA. Playoff success has eluded it. I mean, hopefully it's just a matter of time before their fans have something to cheer about.
Smith, he's checked in for Jeffries. Now here's Mann. To the inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Mitchell against Smith. Kick out to Brown. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. Jump shot is good that time.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for him this half.
Richards. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Boucher down low. Working on Williams. Olynyk finds Boucher. And stolen by Williams. Here's Green. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
High-value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
Hornets trail by 3. Now man. Inside. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Outside Olynyk. Tries the spin move. The Hornets pull it in. To the paint. And that one's good. Green. And the Hornets lead by 1.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Mitchell, the pass to Olynyk. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 4 assists now tonight. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Here comes Toronto on the push. Here's Abaji. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 3-point Toronto lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
A line change here for Toronto. Quickly. And that one is hammered home.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Talk about coming up big. Ball not shying away from these moments.
Pass to Barnes. Quickly outside. Hurdle finds quickly. 5 to shoot. Shoot from the baseline. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Oh my, just what they needed. Barnes with a crucial burst of offensive energy.
And Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. A minute 15 left to play in the 4th. And it's good for 2. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
There's a minute 12 left in the 4th. Pass to Barrett. And here's quickly. Clock at 6. Here's Barrett. Miller pulls it in. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 2-point game. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
Pass to quickly. Spins. Back to Barnes. Clock at 4. Hornets with the rebound. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Dick. Misses the tray. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Here's Miller. Yes!
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Ali LaForce.
great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates, always on time and on target.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Johnson dishes to Young. Johnson, the pass to Young. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
Well, one of the best from deep. Trae Young with the emphatic 3.
Quickly with it. Pass to Dick. Lets it go from deep. Johnson with the rebound. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Now Barrett following DeAndre Hunter's three-point attempt. Connects from three-point range.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
Daniels dishes to Capella. And he can't jam it through.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
Atlanta ball.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Young, Johnson, a wide open look. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Atlanta again missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And the dunk by Barnes.
And you got to admire the tenacity from Barnes. Love seeing him take charge like that.
And it's Capella missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The shot's good from Quickly.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hunter, no one around him, and the 3 ball is good.
A dead-eye catch-and-shoot guy. Hunter is someone you have to run off his shots.
And last season, Jalen Johnson saw a huge leap in playing time and his production.
Yeah, look, he was one of the most improved players in this league. You know, came in as a great athlete, but then has really learned how to play the game, how to get to high percentage shots, how to get on the glass, and especially how to defend.
His improvement has been off the charts.
Sure has.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Freez in for Dyson Daniel. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Okongwu with a screen on Brown. Bogdanovich with it, picked up by Brown. For 3. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. The Hawks working the ball around. 6 to shoot. Freez, the layup missed. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 16-7 run. Yep, that one goes.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Okongwu. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Mitchell driving the lane. Rebound, Atlanta. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago. The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
The drive by Mitchell, and that one is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Okongwu. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Back to Bogdanovich. The tray. The 3 from Johnson. The shot, no good. And so it's Toronto in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Mitchell is out there with Brown. Then there's Dick. Then it's Olynyk. And it's Abaji in at the power forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Fast break, the Hawks. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Bogdanovich has got the first basket of the second quarter for Atlanta. Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, 2 guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team.
Olynyk with the steal. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Here's Abaji.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanovich. Last year.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The official last 2 minutes to review the play.
So fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that? Yeah, every year in the league, Johnson's become a better three-point shooter. That tells you how hard he works in the offseason.
Dick can't get it to go.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Pass to Okongwu. Freez with it. Here's Johnson. The shot that time, not on target. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Well, offensively, Olynyk is more than just a jump shooting big. He's a solid playmaker for his position, and he's especially effective running dribble handoff action.
Pirtle, he's checked in for the Raptors. There it comes in for Grady Dick. Now here's Olynyk. Second shot opportunity. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I can.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
At the line for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson. 2 shots. This play is under
So to tell what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Johnson drops them both. Here's Quickly. He's got 5. On the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Johnson with it. Picked up by Barrett. To the paint. Here's Capella. And the dump by Capella.
Yeah, good old-fashioned slam from Capella.
Nobody near Barnes. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks trail by 5. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Barnes. A shot by Johnson, no good. Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And Barrett slams it in.
Explosive off the bounce with great body control. Barrett's most effective when going downhill.
Took him no time at all on that one. Johnson's got 12 in the game.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Barrett against Young. Barrett, no good. Hawks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Young, good.
Well, Young is so tenacious that it balances out any of the size differential in the paint.
And Barrett slams it in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
The defense could not keep up with Barnes on that drive. He just took it right to him.
Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
And it's Pirtle penetrating, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw good from Daniels.
Well, when he's on the floor, Dyson Daniels gives you uncapped energy. He's really committed to going all out.
Into the lane, and that one's good quickly. He has 7.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. 3 seconds left. Doesn't go for it. And so it's Toronto bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Taking a look here now at Toronto, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Atlanta Hawks. That'll do it for our show.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Jalen Johnson has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Well, Daniels has good length. So this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
And that one's good. Quickly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Barrett, no good. The Hawks trail by 7. Hunter finds Capella. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barrett's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dick with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Dick passes to Purdy. Now Barrett. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Quickly. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Hunter kicks to Daniels. Young against Quickly. A jump hook. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Young.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Quickly the pass to Barnes. Quickly against Young. Shoots from 14. Barnes can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 7. Hunter on the wing. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again. Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Kicks it out to Johnson. In the corner, Daniels. On the wing, Daniels. Now, here's Hunter. He has 6. A 3-pointer off the mark.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
And I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensively.
Some changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in, and it's Brown in for Dick. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Clint Capella, and Wallace subbed in for Hunter. The first one falls. And so Olynyk nails both of them. You know, Stan, it seems like the Hawks have been close to taking that next step now for a couple of years.
It does, Kevin, but we're still waiting, unfortunately. There's talent there, but it hasn't translated into sustained postseason success.
Johnson kicks to Wallace. Over Mitchell. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Here's Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Man, Olynyk really throwing it down with some power.
Wallace dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Wallace. That three off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Brown kicks to Mitchell. It's taken away by Wallace. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And the dunk by Barnes.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
Johnson outside. Back to Wallace. Johnson, the pass to Wallace. Fires for three. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Brown. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Abaji in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance.
At nearly 7 feet tall, Olynyk is tough to guard without fouling inside, especially when he's looking to score.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And Young kicks to Capella. Johnson for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Brown's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Johnson dishes to Daniels. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
Here's Brown. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Abaji. And it's off from 3-point range. Johnson right side. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Puts it up from 15, and he hits the jump shot. And the Raptors lead by 11.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better. You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Down low, deflects the pass. Boucher uses the glass to finish the layup. Boucher's got his first 2 points of the night.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Johnson outside. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 6. From 10 feet out, Boucher with the rebound.
I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
Mitchell kicks to Boucher. Now here's Olynyk. Good work defensively by Capella.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's hauled in by the Raptors. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
2 minutes remaining in regular.
Back to Boucher. Over Young. To the inside. Here's the three. Nailed from three-point land.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. On the wing, Daniels. Inside. Here's Capella. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. Capella's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks.
I love the confidence. When Capella sinks these shots, it just energizes his entire team.
Pass to Hunter. Takes the three. Capella kicks to Hunter. He goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter. Raptors leading by 8. Barrett with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Barnes. It's Dick on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Daniels. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. This one for three. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist from Capella. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Here's Quickly. No good from 18. And so it's Toronto winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted and it's excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Now here's Johnson. Left side Young. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Refusing to give up on the glass, Capella truly works for his rebounds.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, B.A.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Johnson passes to Daniels. Johnson on the wing. Good on the baseline, Jay.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Inside. Pass to Daniels. And here's Capella. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 5.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Miller. 15 in his last outing. Young, the pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find it. That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Johnson finds Young. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Hornets have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Williams. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Capella. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. The free throw drops for Williams. And Charlotte making a change here. Williams is checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Bogdanovich has checked in for Hunter. A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box scoreboard.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets. Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Charlotte gets it back. And Ball throws it down.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Back to Bogdanovich. Up top, Johnson. 7 points in the game. Capella, the pass to Daniels. 6 to shoot. From behind the arc. Tries again. Capella got a chance to get it off. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And now the Hawks on the break. Young with it, guarded now by Williams. Here's Daniels, up and in on the layup.
Just a great follow-up move by Daniels. Coaches love guys who are ready to fight for the play.
Pass to Martin, back to Miller. Now here's Williams. Martin, the pass to Miller, to the inside. Martin with the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
And there's the call on Cody Martin. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Some changes for Charlotte. Richards is checked in for Williams. Green comes in for Martin. And it's man in for Ball. Now here's a Kongwu. And the shot goes.
Nice pass by Reese. You can already see he has a high basketball IQ.
And here's Miller. Outside man from deep. The rebound by Bogdanovich.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Johnson. Outside Bogdanovich. Johnson on the wing. Hits the three-pointer. Johnson's got 10 points.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Outside man. Here's Miller. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Bogdanovich from long range. No good on the buzzer beater. Both teams have it going here early and still. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Hawks here in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the court for the Hawks, they've got Larry Nance. Rizache out there with Bogdan Bogdanovich. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5 down low.
And what a tough finish. When Bogdanovich scores through contact, it really helps with his confidence.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these two young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
Here's Bogdanovich. After the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Hunter. Got a piece of it. Now the Hornets moving it up. A Kongwu with it, and it's man picking him up. And here's Hunter from the arc. Williams grabs the board. Hornets trail by 4. Here's Richards. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Richards has gotten 4 this quarter.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Rizache. No points yet. Just 5 to shoot. Bogdanovich, no good. For Charlotte, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drive.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Trae Young comes in for Hunter. Now here's man. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said growth isn't linear. You want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie.
And they're just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Williams is checked in for Charlotte. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Nance, he's checked in for Okongwu. Capella, and the slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
Young against Ball. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Shooting one. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And Atlanta making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
The BA, the length of a forward, and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
Ball no good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. There's the three. And Bogdanovich is good for 3. Bogdanovich has got 6 points.
And this is why Bogdanovich is a vital cog in this offense. It's his ability to stretch the floor like that. And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Daniels passes to Capella. Stolen by Miller. Ball finds Miller. Back to Ball. Miller outside. On the wing man. The three. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got 4 rebounds now. Daniels passes to Capella. Outside Bogdanovich. Johnson against Martin. And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Miles Bridges checked in for Charlotte. Daniels misses. For Charlotte, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Ball no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Daniels. Bogdanovich with it. The kick out to Young. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Hunter's checked in for Bogdanovich. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
He buries it from 3. 14 points for him.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch-and-shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Daniels passes to Young. Fearless from Young inside.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Ball looks over the floor. 4-3. That shot is off. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Hawks on top. They lead by a bucket. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
I think for Atlanta, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protection.
And that'll do it for us.
you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Martin in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Back to Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Counted from distance. Daniels has got 5 points.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Here's Martin. Miller outside. Back to Martin. Ball with it. Ball on the take. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. And looking at second chance points last year, here were the teams that did the most damage on the offensive glass. The 4th spot held by Atlanta.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
Young misses. Hornets trail by 5. Ball outside. It's stolen by Hunter. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Johnson passes to Okongwu. The kick out to Johnson. Okongwu inside, working on Williams. Nice little shot fake there. Got the D out of position. 5 points in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Ball. Bridges right side. Pass to Martin. And here is Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okongwu. Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Number 15, Clint Capella.
Miller outside. Ball outside. For 3. From distance, LaMelo Ball.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Back to Daniels. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Crafty move. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
And here's Hunter for 3. Drains the triple. And the Hawks lead by 4.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Miller, the pass to Ball. Martin with the ball. Hunter covering. It's a one-on-one situation. From deep, Johnson. Miller pulls it in. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First personal foul. First team foul.
You know, the talent, the strength, the athleticism is all there for Miles Bridges. This guy can put up monster numbers on the offensive end.
Charlotte making some changes. Richards is checked in for Williams. Green comes in for Martin. And it's man in for Ball. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Risache comes in for Hunter. Bogdanovich is checked in for Daniels. And it's Wallace in for Young.
Wow, boy, Miles Bridges showing you that he's not just a scorer. How about that pass and setup?
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Here's Wallace. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Miller, the pass to Green. And that misses. That would have put them up. The Hawks have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Wallace, right side. The 3 from Rizashea. Atlanta again missing. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And they take the lead.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
Pass to Rizashea. Fires the 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Bogdan Bogdanovic. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Micic. Man with it. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Charlotte has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Hunter. Jacks up at 3. The shot by Johnson, no good. And for the Hornets, their shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Ooh, poked away. And now the Hawks on the break. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Jeffries checked in for Curry. Back to Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get one up here. Three-pointer off the mark.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Mann. Here's Jeffries. Now here's Richards from outside the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Daniels. Green covering. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And stolen by Williams. It's a one-on-one situation. Another steal. And a fast break now for the Hawks.
They've gotten pretty sloppy with the ball here in the second half.
So Charlotte ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
The Hornets with a lead. Miller outside. Charlotte, no good that time either. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. They get it again. Capella. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Ball. And Ball throws Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And out of bounds, Atlanta will have it.
How big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
The Hawks making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. Hawks trail by 3. Young with it. Guarded now by Ball. Young, the pass to Johnson. Here's Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Great D that time from Miller. Here's Bridges. An easy 2 on the layup. And it's a 5-point Hornet lead.
High-stakes moment, and Miles Bridges does not shy away. Go ahead, young sir.
The shot by Johnson, no good. For Charlotte, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Williams, a screen on Young. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Williams punches it home.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Daniels misses.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
He drops it from range. And so the big win by Charlotte in a tight game. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. For Alex.
opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett at the 3 slot. And Barrett slams it in.
Great dribble move there by Barrett. He continues to build out his offensive game.
And it's Martin that time on the assist by Miller.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Barnes kicks to Pirtle. Onside, Barrett. Kept alive. A second chance effort. Quickly. Bridges with some nice defense.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Miller. Pass the ball. A 3 ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
And after years of rumors around OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam, the Raptors tell them both.
I like what they got back, Kevin. At some point, you got to cut the cord, and they did that. They brought back the hometown hero in R.J. Barrett, along with a few picks, which gives them some flexibility. So it's a time for a new direction in Toronto, and trying to add to that exciting young core is priority 1.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Williams gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Out to Barrett. And there's the drive. That shot no good. Excellent D there from Williams. Down low and stolen by Barnes. And here is Quickly. Pass to Dick. There's the triple. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Outside, Ball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Elbow shot is on the way. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Here's Quickly. Basket good.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now here is Miller. Dick defending.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Quickly with it. Williams picks him up. And that one's good. Barnes. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. You know, whether he's coming off the bench or Brent starting, Emmanuel Quickly can score.
IQ is something else. I mean, he finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting in one season. He's capable of putting up 30 as a starter or as a reserve, but it's a unique perspective to sit on that bench, watch the flow of the game, and come in and be impactful. IQ does that.
Stolen by Ball. Miller kicks to Martin. Back to Miller. And Grady Dick gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Mark Williams. Grant Williams comes in for Bridges. Green, he's checked in for Martin. And it's Trey Mann in for Ball. Here's Abaji. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. They get a hand on it. Olynyk with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Here's Abaji. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for Brandon Miller. Here's Richards. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And the shot goes in. Dick's got 5.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Here's Brown. Doesn't go that time. Bridges with some nice defense. Here's Mann.
God, what a play! That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just get...
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Hornets lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Trey Mann is out there with Green. Then it's Nick Richards. Then it's Bridges. And it's Williams at the 4-man position. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Mitchell kicks to Olynyk. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Olynyk's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, Green. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Toronto working the ball around now. Abaji can't get it to go.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Pass to Williams. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Charlotte making a switch. Micic checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in. Here's Olynyk. The Hornets pull it in. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. They grant their own miss. Pass to Mann. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected. Boucher with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Man in the corner. No good on the three. And So it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Raptors. They trail by 1. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
He lobs it up.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Richards. He's covered by Brown. Shoots. Richards, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
One-on-one fast break. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Mitchell right side. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Richards got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Green with the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hornets.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Boucher passes to Mitchell. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Mitchell's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Mann. It could go. And that one released in time, but no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hornets ahead. They're up by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot dog. Gee.
And guys, how about the Raptors? Involved in a very competitive matchup right now.
Defense has been a big problem for them, the lack of effort. They need to...
And that about wraps it up.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Quickly. So for Toronto right now, in at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel Quickly out there with Grady Dick. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. Charlotte in the lead. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Barrett hanging tough on that play. He gets the shot off, and he just stuck to the play.
R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way.
Yeah, that's what makes Dick dangerous. You can't just play him as an outside shooter. He'll go to the hoop like he did there.
Bridges outside. Ball finds Miller. Charlotte moving the ball around. And again, the Hornets missing.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Barnes. The shot, no good. Bridges with some nice defense. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
And taking a look here at the numbers for R.J. Barrett. Good season for him last year.
He's averaged 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
And he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Of that versatility.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Now, here's ball. Misses the layup.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And offensively, Miller is terrific on the perimeter, but he can also play above the rim as well.
After a flurry of trades last season, Toronto, Brent, seems to be committed to build around Scotty Barnes.
It does feel that way, Kevin, that Scotty is the cornerstone guy, but I don't know if they really feel like he is truly their number one. They're recognizing his talent, but there's still a lot of work to be done to rebuild this Toronto Raptor roster.
Left side, Miller. Bridges passes the ball. Good on the triple. Ball's got 6.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
Some changes for Charlotte. Williams comes in for Bridges, and it's Trey Mann in for Martin. And then for Toronto, Olenek, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett. Bruce Brown comes in for Grady Dick, and it's Mitchell in for Quickly.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game. Ball no good.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ball against Mitchell. Miller inside. Back to Ball. Nobody near Williams. Bangs home the trifecta.
And there's one aspect of the game LaMelo's not going to ignore. Keeping his teammates involved and the offense working as a unit.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Ball. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound by Williams. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Miller with a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Pirtle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this.
Shooting for Toronto. It
comes to some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Williams. Green comes in for Brandon Miller. And Curry subbed in for Ball. That free throw missing for Jakob Pirtle. His parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say Brent did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents, members of the Austrian national volleyball teams, and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
Here's Olynyk, and he banks in the layup. Olynyk's got 8 points.
Well, Olynyk at his size is big enough to get the job done.
Man with it. Curry with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. You got Josh Green. Williams is out there with Nick Richards. Then it's Trey Mann. And it's Salon in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. No good on that one. Charlotte making a switch here. Jeffries is checked in. And the Raptors also making a change. Abaji's checked in. And that's a foul. Called on Josh Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Smith checked in for Charlotte. Here's Olynyk. And the layup's good off the glass. Olynyk's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors.
And really the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Richards passes to Williams. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Toronto's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And there's a foul called on Trey Mann. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte on D. Olynyk hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Olynyk's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Back to Mann. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Mitchell. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now a 4-point Raptor lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Charlotte making a switch. Ball's checked in, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that one falls for Mann. Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The kick out to Brown. Olynyk has the open look. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, they get it back. Mitchell against Ball. Clock at 6. With the drive. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Salon. Finished off the break. And the Hornets lead by 1. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Out to the wing. Outside, Ball. Goes up from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
And it's Mitchell missing. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And Green gets it to go.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Boucher kicks to Barrett. Pass to Mitchell. Launches a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, you want to talk about taking the wind out of a crowd's sails there. A three to take the lead just moments after they've given it up.
To the paint. And Sawan gets it to go. Sawan's got 4 this quarter. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the lead.
Olynyk finds Brown. Off target from three-point range.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Ball no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side. RJ coming through, and that one makes you feel good.
Man with it. Brown on him. Man can't hit. Mitchell passes to Brown. A three-pointer, no good. And it's the Hornets ball. 3-point lead. Yes!
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Barrett kicks to Brown. Over Green. A putback. The kick out to Brown. Here's Boucher. And the three off target. There's the killer two-handed slam. Now here's Olynyk. Defended by Richard. And the basket by Olynyk. Now Ball. Goes up to the stripe. Off target. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotion.
sports opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
So the Raptors starting 5. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Dick, and it's Barrett in at the 3, the small forward. Hunter passes to Daniels. Sends it home from three-point land.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's quickly. Banked it in off the glass.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Johnson on the wing. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Barrett. Second shot opportunity. He gets it in there.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Daniels passes to Johnson. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Yeah, every year in the league, Johnson's become a better three-point shooter. That tells you how hard he works in the offseason.
And over the last 4 seasons, Stan, the Hawks have hovered around 500.
Yeah, but trending downward year over year. Without control of their first-round picks for the next 3 seasons from the DeJounte Murray trade, Brian, they've got no choice but to make it work.
And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, good old-fashioned slam from Capella.
Barnes passes to Pirtle. Oh, my. Came close to and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
3 shots.
And even with the...
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
After the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. No good on that one. He's off on the second. And he nails the third. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Young, Pirtle with the block. And it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Johnson passes to Young. Blocked again!
Yeah, erasing the shot. Barnes saw it coming and gets there to knock it away.
Daniels, that one's true.
I just love the ball.
And Coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for a team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Young, the pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Outside Hunter. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Pass to Pirtle. Dick with it from the arc. First shot won't go.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Brown, he's checked in for Dick. Hunter passes to Okongwu. Back to Hunter. Hunter on the wing. Over Barrett. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Kicks it out to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Johnson for three. Atlanta misses again.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Bogdanovic checked in for the Hawks. Buffkin comes in for Young. Olenek's checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Barrett.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
Hunter finds a Kongwu. And no good. The dry spell continues. Here's Barnes driving in. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Risache, he's checked in for Buffkin. Here's Johnson. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Johnson's got 7 points.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Fires the 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
The 3 from Risache. Offensive rebound. Outside Johnson. Hunter passes to Johnson. The 3 ball. Hunter can't get it to go. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so, lots of scoring in a... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Mitchell out there with Bruce Brown. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Abaji in at the 4. The 3 from Risache. Rebound Toronto.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Abaji can't hit. Hawks trail by 4. And there's the drive, and it's in there. Risache's got his first points of the night. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
And here's Brown for 3. Nance pulls down the board. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Okongwu, no good. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Brown passes to Mitchell. Screen by Olynyk. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Hunter finds Bogdanovic. And here's Okongwu. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Kelly Olynyk. First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good. Okongwu. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Nance. And it's Trae Young in for Hunter. Hurdles checked in for Toronto. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dick.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
Pass to Rizachet. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
From downtown, that's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Rizachet's got 7 points here in the quarter. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Out to the right wing. Here's Rizachet, guarded by Barrett, outside Bogdanovich. And here's Okongwu for three. Rebound, Toronto.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And Atlanta misses again.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Brown. Capella with a block.
Offensively, you have to be aware of Capella. He is a block master.
Rizachet, no good. Raptors lead by 5. Here comes Toronto on the push. And there's Barrett on the assist from Brown. Barrett's got 9 points.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
The kick out to Young. Capella inside, working on Olynyk. The kick out to Young. Pass to Capella. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Toronto Raptors closing out. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the Celtics in Boston. It's going to tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Toronto Raptors. That's it for us.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Hunter in at the 3. So that's the Hawks 5. Pass to Pirtle. Up top, Dick. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. On the wing, Daniels. Outside Young. Here's the 3. Oh, the lethal three ball of Young.
Well, he's lights out when he has space. Trae Young, one of the best shooters in the league.
Barrett passes to Quickly. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Quickly's got 7.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Here's Dick. Fires in the triple. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Capella, the pass to Hunter. Capella, screen on Barrett. Barrett against Hunter. From deep, Capella is rebounded by Barrett.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Pirtle. Barrett against Young. Barrett passes to Pirtle. Now here's Quickly. Over Hunter. And it's Quickly with a miss. Hawks trail by 5. Hunter passes to Daniels. Pass to Capella. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Quickly outside. And here's Pirtle. Outside Barrett. Quickly with the ball. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Atlanta's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this 3rd quarter. Daniels passes to Young. Johnson with it. Back to Capella. Outside Young. Inside, it's Trae Young. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Hawks trail by 3. Daniels passes to Johnson. Pass to Hunter. There's Young with the 3. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the 2nd half.
Quickly from outside, the rebound by Atlanta.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Here's Young. Outside Johnson for the lead. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds in the game. Quickly outside. Here's Dick. And the Raptors miss again. Atlanta's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the 3rd quarter. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Young looking around. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Barnes passes to Dick. Now here's Pirtle. Barnes in the post. And we wrap up the 3rd, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting 4th. And we'll have the... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. So for the Raptors right now, Chris Boucher out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then it's Bruce Brown. And it's Abaji in at the small forward position. Boucher outside. Back to Mitchell. This one for three. It's rebounded by Rizachet. And Atlanta shooting around 35% from the field so far. Here's Okongwu. Nance outside. Pass to Wallace. To take the lead. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Mitchell with the ball. Nance covering. Olynyk passes to Abaji. It's Brown on the wing. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three. And the Raptors lead by 3. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. RJ Barrett, he's checked in for Toronto. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Young, the pass to Bogdanovic. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Toronto's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Outside Barrett. Pass to Olynyk. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds now. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Olynyk. Scotty Barnes comes in for Abaji. Dick, he's checked in for Brown. And Emmanuel quickly subbed in for Mitchell. The Raptors have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Quickly passes to Dick. Back to Quickly. Stolen by Capella. On the wing, Daniels. Here's Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
From right in close, DeAndre Hunter.
Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Outside Young. Back to Daniels. From deep. The kick to Hunter. Beyond the arc. The Hawks need to get one up here. And it's all from three-point range.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Barnes finds Quickly. And yep, it's good. Now it's a 3-point Toronto lead.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
Capella, the pass to Hunter. Outside Young. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Barrett, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions.
Here's Capella. Good on the bucket.
Oh, Capella stays ready. I mean, he's not his team's top scoring option, but he makes plays when he needs to.
Quickly passes to Poeltl. Outside Dick. Kicks it to Quickly. Pass to Poeltl. Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Quickly against Young. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Hunter. There's Daniels. Rebound Toronto.
That miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him. Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Johnson Passes to Young. The three ball. And nails the tray.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Outside Hunter for three. Oh, nails the triple.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Here's Daniels. And gets it to fall.
And since the break, they have looked like a completely different team, especially on offense, where they're really cooking right now.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Grant Hill, Stan Van...
It's fun to be here. Clark, this is the culmination of all the hard work put in over the summer.
Yeah, you talk to the players on both sides, and there's optimism about this upcoming year. We'll see if that optimism is justified over time.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Bridges out there with Mark Williams. And it's Martin in at the small forward. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. And Ball gets double teamed. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And so it's Charlotte with it. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Off target with his three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Shots good by Miller.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Daniels passes to Johnson. Bridges with some nice defense.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Back to Ball. And so just over a minute and a half played. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. In the corner, it's Hunter. Hawks passing it around. Here's Johnson. Hunter dishes to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Over Miller. Johnson can't hit. The Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And a deep three from Ball. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Ball's got 5 points so far. To the inside. Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Bogdanovich is checked in for the Hawks. Grant Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Johnson sets the screen for Young. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ball, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Johnson kicks to Young. Shoots the three. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. It's all knotted up.
And one thing about Trae Young, this guy has zero fear. Always looking to pull from deep.
Loads it up for Williams. And the slam by Williams.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And here's Miller outside. Drills the three-pointer. Miller's got his second bucket tonight.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked. He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here is Daniels. Nothing on the board. The shot from the low post is good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Now, here is Miller. He's tightly guarded. Outside, Ball. Jacks up a three, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And
guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Mark Williams. Josh Green comes in for Cody Martin. And it's Trey Mann in for Ball.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Both free throws good for Miller. Nance outside. Okongwu down low. Defended by Richards. Here's Green. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Hornets ahead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
We've got Okongwu. Rizachet is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Hunter. And it's Nance in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Charlotte leading by 7. To the middle. And stolen by Hunter. And now here comes Okongwu leading the break. And the dunk by Rizachet.
Yeah, if you give Rizachet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Out to Bridges. No good on the triple. Hawks shooting at 46%, making some buckets. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Smith for 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Bogdanovich with it. Now Green defending. Pass to Rizachet. Fires from deep. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Rizachet is a playmaker, taking it upon himself to answer from deep.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Mann. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Hornets lead by 9.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Now here's Nance. Scoreless thus far. Hunter no good. Back to Mann. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The 3. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Hunter grabs the miss.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it. And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
You know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Jalen Johnson comes in for Nance. Tyson Daniels checked in for Hunter. And Trae Young subbed in for Bogdanovich. Rizachet wide open. Drills it from outside. Rizachet's got 8 points. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, one, guys flopping to draw fouls, and then two, whining when fouls aren't called.
And here's Daniels. Last time, 14 points for him. Pass to Young. Over Miller. Good D by Miller. Charlotte leading by 4. Williams passes to Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Yeah, powering through the foul.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
At the line for one. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Hornets leading by 4. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Boy, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Now, here's Okongwu. And there's the call on Mark Williams. That's his first foul. Young way outside.
This is exactly where length and instinct combine to provide a stop. Ball doing it nicely at the defensive end.
Martin wide open. He fires. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this.
I'm surprised it's this close, not going to lie. They played some weak D, giving up too many easy open looks.
And now, not a bad time. And that's all for us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Brandon Miller really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the floor for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Cody Martin, and it's Williams at the 5. The Hawks trail by 6. In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Young against Ball. Out to Bridges. And it's Miller in the corner over Daniels. Charlotte no good that time either.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
To the paint. And it's Capella missing. Charlotte leading by 3. And a deep three from Ball. And the Hornets miss again.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Tries to keep it alive. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got 9 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Daniels kicks to Hunter. Misses the 3.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Daniels. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Offensive rebound. Capella, the pass to Daniels. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. Great showing for him last season. Last year averaging 24 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here's Johnson. He's got 5. Pass to Young. Kicks it out to Johnson. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And so Miller will bring it up for Charlotte. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Clark, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, and the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career. But he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of can he stay on the floor.
There's Ball with the 3. We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Bridges finds Ball. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. Bridges misses. The Hawks trail by 6. Johnson from outside. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And as far as the three-point shooting goes, a weakness, no doubt. They're in the bottom third of the league, and really a disappointing season for them from beyond.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Reza Shea, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Daniels. And Wallace subbed in for Trae Young. Man gets the bucket.
More and more Grant Williams showing the ability to get others involved.
Hawks have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Wallace. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Williams in the post. Johnson on him. Charlotte moving it around. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks trailing.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Pass to Micic. Man with it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock.
And we've reached the end of the third. Hornets lead by 9. We'll be back.
Everybody keep shooting the ball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Bogdanovich. Okongwu is out there with Nance. Then there's Rizashay. And it's Roddy in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. The Hawks trail by 9. Nance, right side. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Down low. Here's Richards. Man in the corner. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Roddy. Right through the cylinder that time. All net. Roddy's got his first 2 points. Tries the spin move. Here's Man. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
On the wing, Man. From downtown. They get it back. Pass to Williams. Back to Man. Here's Williams. Here's Richards. And finally they hit one. And the Hornets lead by 9.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
Roddy the pass to Nance. Here's Rizashay. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. And that's 11 points for Rizashay. There's Williams with the 3. Nance gets the rebound. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 for the field to get the fourth quarter started. They get it again. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. It's picked off. And a fast break now for the Hornets. A deep 3 from Green. Nance gets the rebound. The Hawks trail by 6. Stolen away. And they're running. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that couldn't have gone better for them right there. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish this thing off in style.
Pass to Okongwu. Now Rizashay. Now here's Nance. Rizashay with it. 4 on the shot clock. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Richards got his 4th rebound in this one. A deep 3 from Green. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And now it's an 11-point Hornets lead. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The shot's good from Nance.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Rizashay is 6'8", long, and can hit 3s. A real modern swingman.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that this back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
The Hawks trail by 9 to the inside. Here's Capella. Back to Daniels. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hornets.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Hunter's checked in for Atlanta.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Spins. In the corner, it's Bridges. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Ball from long range. It's good from long range. Bulls got the lead up to 14 now for Charlotte.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Charlotte.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for LaMelo Ball.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Martin the pass to Williams. Ball with a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA. No matter what, they got it done.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Atlanta foul. Daniels. His second. Team first.
Here's Jeffries. No good. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed?